Hey there, I'm Maisha with the Collab Lab, where we help people move from simply having access to AI to actually using it in their everyday work. I've been using Claude Pro for a full year now, and today I'm sharing 5 of my favorite ways that I use Claude as a business owner, plus one thing I'm looking forward to learning next. We'll get into artifacts, reflect, skills, usage, dictation, and I'll show you how these fit into the way I work across both desktop and mobile. So let's hop in. First, you're looking at my Run the Day artifact. So, an artifact is a workspace inside Claude where you build things, whether they're documents, code, prototypes, visuals, and anything that you want to live separately from the chat. So you can see and iterate on them side by side with the conversation. So I like to use artifacts for a lot of different reasons, and I'm going to show you a couple of mine here. So let's look at this artifact that I made for a client, and it's a L&D dashboard, and it shows them some stats on how the team's been doing over the years. Really cool, right? No code on my part, just a quick command to Claude. This next artifact I did for a session I did about my first year as a coach, and it's called the Coaching Mixtape. And you can see all the resources there. Look like a Spotify playlist. Shout out to my music lovers out there. And even this cool artifact that shows some self improvement tools that you can use. And this is great for coaches who are sharing resources with their clients. So, again, this lets me mock up ideas, visualize them, and then if I'm going to turn it into a real working something and take it over to Lovable and actually build it, it typically always starts here as an artifact. So, I do love artifacts. Artifacts for the win, Claude. We appreciate that. Next up is Reflect. And Reflect is a newer feature that just launched this year, and it gives you a recap of kind of when, where, and how you're using Claude, plus some reflective prompts to kind of give you a little bit of insight about your own habits. So to get to Reflect, you go to your name icon down there in the lower left hand corner. You go to Settings, and then you click on Reflect. And you can choose a time period from the past year to the past month. And so here you'll see a little bit of a summary of how many conversations you've had. I love this. Shout out to Jay Z with 99 999 conversations. And then you can decide if you want to set quiet hours and, kind of regulate, monitor your usage, what you spent time on, and then ways to expand your skills. So this is just a really cool way, especially for me as a reflective learner, to figure out, hey, are there things that I'm doing so often that I want to make them a repeatable skill or create a project for them? If so, this Reflect tab is going to be a great place for you to check out every month to every quarter or so. Next up, speaking of, is skills. So right here in the settings panel, just going to drop down a little bit. You'll see this feature called skills, and these are really specialized I'll call them playbooks that Claude can tap into for specific kinds of work or task that you do often. So here you have one that I use for drafting outreach. I have one for like a morning routine. And here's one that I picked up that even helps with creating new skills. So why I like this is just that it's just a little bit of a nudge to remind me that Claude can do so much more than just chat with you back and forth. You can really start to build systems, automate with Claude. So I've barely scratched the surface here. Next time I do this update, I hope that my skill section is a lot longer. Next up, while we're still here in the settings tab, is usage. Now, this is super helpful. I haven't seen this in any of the other LLMs, but this is crucial for Claude because I would hit my usage limit so frequently. And for a while, it was just like a mystery, like, how am I out already? So this one gives you now a weekly limit breakdown. You'll see if you have any promotions or specials going on for extra usage. You'll see your usage credits. If you have a monthly spend, you can adjust the limits. And then you have a promotional credit here. I see I have one that I need to use by September 19th. So, yes, I can tell you that there's only one time that I've paid out of pocket for extra usage credits. And it was after the International Women's Weekend when we did the build with Lovable. When we did the women build a women hackathon for like 48 hours, and I had started so much stuff there in Lovable that I wanted to finish it out, and Claude was my coding companion there. So I had to pay maybe another extra $30 just for more credits in Lovable. So that's the only time that I've really paid to, use Claude again. But I'm loving these free credits that it's been giving me. So I'm going to keep using those. Next up, let me go back to my artifacts so I can hold myself accountable here. So we've talked about artifacts, we've hit up reflect and skills and usage already. So the last one is diction, right? So diction is using that voice to text option, but it's not quite the full voice mode, because voice mode lets you and Claude both verbally communicate. But I don't really like listening to the Claude voice. No shade, Claude. I just like to hear myself talk, drop the prompt in, and then get the output in writing. So that is another really cool feature that you can use. And you can use it across mobile or desktop. And I use dictation for everything. It's a rare day when I'm typing in a full, paragraph long prompt, but I'll always speak it before I type it. So I'm so grateful for that feature. And it hasn't always been here. I used Claude for about 2 years free before I started paying for it last year. So yeah, it hasn't always been there. So I definitely appreciate it. Next, what is next for me? Let me hop back there as I wrap this video on up. What's next for me is absolutely learning more. And in particular, I want to hop into Claude Cowork. That's Anthropic's agentic workspace built for non-developers like me. So I haven't started using it yet, but this is my next step. And you know how I'm going to learn about it? I'm going to start with Anthropic Academy. They have an actual course within the Academy called Introduction to Claude Cowork that I've already signed up for and need to get started on. It's 15 lessons. I'm really excited about it. And the other thing I just did, which I'm going to test live with you, is I installed a skill called Learn. So let's see if we ask Claude to learn. Can we say cowork? What will happen if I just say learn cowork? I love it when you uses these words like fathoming. Yeah, while it's thinking about something. Okay, yeah, I love this. So now you see a skill in action, and now it's time for me to go study up on cowork so I can make another video for you really soon. Thanks for watching.